How to basketball. What's up guys, Jesse Minchie with GetHandles.com. Today I'm going to show you basically how to play basketball, some of the main things. So this is something for beginners, but also for advanced players. I'm going to give you guys some links to some videos to help you take your game to the next level and just give you some more detailed tips and secrets as far as improving your game, giving you a quick overview of some of the rules of basketball, and finding ways to take, whether you're a beginner or advanced, some of those secrets that will help you improve your game a lot more quickly. So all right, let's get into a rundown of some of the rules. This is one of the questions I get asked most often in my videos is what's a carry and a double dribble and all that stuff. So a carry is when you're dribbling the basketball, if your hand comes more than halfway under the ball, so right about here you're probably okay. If you come this far under, that's a carry, okay? If your hand, same thing on the other side. If you come over halfway on that side, that's a carry, okay? So you can move your hand about to there and there, all that. As long as it's not over halfway under the basketball, you're good to go. It's not a carry. Now the other thing is if you happen to have enormous hands and can palm the basketball and you're palming it and holding it on each dribble in between, that's also a carry, okay? As long as you're not doing those two things though, pretty much anything you can think of to do with a dribble move, you're good to go. It's not a carry. Now, one other thing I want to talk about with dribbling as far as the rules goes is when you are dribbling, a lot of people think you can't take a certain amount of steps. Like, you can't do that. You can take as many steps as you want as long as you're not carrying the basketball. That's not a travel. Your steps don't count while you're dribbling. That's one big misconception that a lot of players have about dribbling. But it's when you do this, it's called a stutter step, and it's been around for years, and it's going to help you, give you another option for things you could do with the dribble, but it's completely legal. Now, if you guys want some more tips as far as how to get handles like the pros, click right here. That's my video on YouTube, how to dribble like a pro. That's going to give you a lot of the details that you need to know as far as how to improve your handles. And then also, click this next link right here. That's going to show you the main moves that you need to have down to be a good ball handler, the moves that you want to put a lot of time into practicing, because if you can get these 9 moves down in this video right here, that's going to help you take your ball handling to the next level. Okay, next thing, let's talk about layups. Basically, and your steps. On your layups, your steps, all that, you can take 2 steps after picking up the dribble. So an example would be if I'm coming in for a layup, I pick up the basketball 1, 2 steps, and then I jump, okay? Now, some things to keep in mind is your pivot foot. So, when you pick up your dribble, if this is my first step, you can jump and lift this foot up. But if you don't, if you try to do something else from that and lift this first step up, that's a travel, okay? So, that first step, if you want to continue to move around and stuff, you have to keep that first step down. That would be your pivot foot, okay? So 1 step, keep that first step down. You can move around, pivot, all that, as long as you're keeping this foot down. Now, one other thing that you could do to give yourself more options is to land with both feet on the ground at the same time. It's called the pro hop, jump stop. There's a lot of different names for it, but basically you're landing with both feet at the same time. What that does is it gives you more options because now you can pick which of your 2 feet you want to be your pivot foot. But once you've picked one to be your pivot foot, so if I decide I'm going to have this foot be my pivot foot, now I have to keep that one down, okay? But it gives you a lot of extra options as far as that goes. So a lot of key tips right there that'll help you a lot, keeping in mind, your pivot foot and all that. If you guys want more tips as far as how to improve your layups, click this link right here. That's my video on how to make a layup, some tips to make it better, the things you need to know to be effective at it, and do them legally. So just click that link right there, and I also show you some ways to practice it to get better at it. So check that link out right there. That'll help you a lot if you haven't seen that one yet. All right, the next rule you want to make sure you're aware of is the double dribble. Basically, you cannot dribble the basketball, pick it up, and then dribble again. That's a double dribble, okay? So, kind of comes back to carrying. Like carrying, you're kind of picking up the basketball but doing it with one hand, whereas a double dribble, you're doing it with 2 hands, and then if you were to dribble again, that's a double dribble. the name double dribble. You know, you dribble, stop, dribble. So you're dribbling twice after picking, you know, the basketball up in between. You can't do that. Now, you can dribble after you picked up the basketball from like a pass or you catch a rebound. You can definitely dribble from that. You just can't dribble, pick up the ball, and then dribble again. That's what a double dribble would be. Now, one other thing you guys want to keep in mind is, you know, a lot of my videos and some of my tutorials, like for the most part, I do fundamental and legal stuff on my channel, but I also do show some street ball moves and freestyle basketball tricks. Now, some of that stuff is not legal, and I'll usually try to say something in the beginning of the video, but some things you want to keep in mind on top of that that you can't do is, for some like freestyle and street ball moves, I'll throw the ball in the air and catch it. You can't do that. The only time you can throw the ball in the air and catch it is if you're going to, you know, catch it in the air and shoot. That's one way you can actually do it that is legal. Even then though, you might get some refs calling you for a double dribble or a self pass, they'll call it. So that's one other thing you can't do as far as that goes that you want to keep in mind. One thing to keep in mind though is you can dribble with two hands and then pick the ball up with two hands. Normally you can't dribble, like if you're dribbling the basketball, you can't do multiple dribbles with two hands like that. That's also technically a double dribble. But what you can do is do just one dribble like that, okay? And basically, a lot of times post players will do this. If they have their back to the basket, they'll turn, they'll take one dribble like that with both hands, bouncing it down hard and picking it up with both hands. You can do one dribble like that. But again, you can't dribble, 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 pick the ball up, and then do that. You can only do it after, you know, you caught a pass, caught a rebound, whatever the case may be, and you get one dribble where you can do that, and that's it. Okay, finally, let's talk shooting. Basically with shooting, I just want to give you some quick tips for your jump shot, because there's really no way you can kind of break the rules on your shooting as long as you're not, you know, breaking into the rules I gave you before as far as traveling, double dribbling, all that. So just a few things you want to keep in mind. I'm a lefty, so I'm going to show you left-handed, but if you're righty, just flip everything around. But generally, you want to try to line up everything on your shooting hand side. So your elbow, your wrist, your shoulder, your hip, your toes on the shooting side foot, okay? You want those lined up. A lot of coaches tend to teach all toes pointed straight to the basket, but if you watch the best shooters, there's usually a slight turn with the shooting side foot slightly forward, okay? So you want to really focus on this side of the body, your shooting hand side, and making sure all that is lined up, okay? The other thing you want to focus on is this other hand, your guide hand, okay? That you don't want to actually be pushing the ball to the basket. It's called your guide hand for a reason. It's just there to guide the basketball up into shooting position. And then the actual shot, flicking your wrist, elbow extension, all that should happen with just the shooting arm, okay? So just like that. Now, if you want more in-depth tips on shooting, make sure you click this link right here. That's going to take you to one of my YouTube videos where I show you some more secrets as far as to take your shot to the next level, some ways to get rid of bad habits, and ways to increase your shooting range, your percentage, all that, so you can be a much better and more effective shooter. So make sure you check that out. All right, so look, if you found this video helpful, do me a huge favor. Make sure you hit that like button and click that subscribe button. That way you can catch my newest tips, tutorials, drills, move breakdowns, all the stuff I'm coming out with for you guys to help you take your game to the next level. And if you haven't yet, click this link right here. That's 5 fatal basketball mistakes that most players are making that they don't even realize, and it's taking away a bunch of points per game from your scoring average, especially for you guys that are beginners as well as advanced players. I mean, these are things that a lot of players are doing, again, that they don't even realize. But if you're a beginner, if you can kind of get in the habit of getting rid of these things to begin with, it'll make everything a lot easier for you. But even for you guys that are a little more advanced, it's going to help you uncover some things that you probably didn't realize you were doing that can, again, help you increase that shooting percentage. You can click that link though, otherwise it's the top link in the description down below. Just click that. I will email that to you right away for free. And then on top of that, I'll also email you some other tips and secrets as far as how to take your game to the next level. And if you haven't yet, make sure you leave a comment down below. Let me know if these tips and breakdowns and giving you these, the rules helped you out. And, if there's anything else you want to see from the channel, let me know in the comments down below. I get a lot of ideas from you guys from the comments, so that's the place to let me know what else you want to see. And if you haven't yet, share this video with a friend. Maybe you have a friend that's trying to get started with basketball, or maybe, that has been playing for a while, and there might be some tips in here that could help them. Make sure you share it with them. And then you guys can, use this video kind of as a guideline, as things that you can work on with each other and really help you take your game to the next level. Having a training partner is one of the best ways to take your game to the next level. As always, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more and get after your goals today.